This giant Ethiopian flight landed at the Banjul International Airport at exactly 3:20 a.m. with 343 Gambian Muslim pilgrims on board. Coming down from the aircraft, assisted by airport staff, the pilgrims were dropped in low-key to the old terminal building, where they are sorted and reunited with their families, who braved the odd hours to welcome them. The pilgrims are said to have successfully performed the Hajj, being the fifth pillar of Islam. However, according to some who spoke to GRTS on arrival, there were challenges in terms of accommodation and feeding.
We went in peace and come back in peace. But we have only one difficulty there. That's the food we eat. What we are told here is that, we are going to go with our cooks. But unfortunately, we don't have that there. And many Gambians, they don't know Arabs. These Arab nations, they have diets, foods. It disturbs us a lot.
It was successful but very hectic. A lot of challenges, really, in terms of the travels, accommodation, and of course some of the rituals we had to perform.
Alhamdulillah, everything has gone smoothly. The art of going on Umrah and Hajj, certainly you have to experience difficulties. That's just quite natural. If you want to meet all the rites and the rituals, to perform them, certainly, it's difficult. But alhamdulillah, we have undertaken them all.
The public relations officer of the Gambia International Airlines, Babukar Fati, said there were no major hitches so far, as 3 of the 5 flights have safely returned to Banjul.
Generally, things have been very smooth. I was here during departures, and I'm also here in arrivals, and so far so good. The operation is going very fine, as expected, except that we've lost one pilgrim, and may her soul rest in perfect peace. Other than that, there are no major hitches for Hajj 2023. Every operation will have some here and there, some very few issues, but the issues are not related to aircraft movement. We have observed that Gambian pilgrims, most of them are elderly. So that has been haunting us for the past years. The other problem has to do with illiteracy. Most of our pilgrims are not educated, so we find it difficult for them to be able to follow the commands of English language or maybe Arabic.
Travel agencies are major stakeholders of the Hajj operations for Gambian pilgrims. However, some of the agents, including Amiseri of Ovid Travels, lament less impressive service, at least for their customers, and call for separation of government and private operators in subsequent Hajj operations.
There were a lot of hitches, but we've overcome it because everybody was able to do his rituals. What I want to add is to appeal to the government and the Hajj Commission to allow the operators to operate as before. We've been operating for the past years, and we never had issues like what we encountered this year. And all our pilgrims are very, very, very unhappy. And the complaint would not go to anyone other than the operators.
It was a successful spiritual journey in the sense that we have performed all the rituals. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordained on us to do, we did. Mashallah, alhamdulillah, rabbi alameen.
Meanwhile, 3 flights carrying Gambian pilgrims have so far returned to the Gambia. 2 more are expected from the Holy Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Ibrahima Diallo, GRTS News.